Hi, my name is Nick Okonek, and this presentation has been made for a computer security course that I am taking with Dr. Sue Fitzgerald at Metro State University. Before I get any further, I want to let you know that the demo at the end of this presentation is strictly for educational purposes only, and no liability will be assumed for any potential damages caused should you decide to do this on your own. Here's an overview of what we'll be covering. We'll take a look at what IDS and IPS are and how they differ, the difference between host and network IDS and IPS, why IDS and IPS are important, and last I'll give you a short demo of one through a virtual environment. IDS and IPS stand for Intrusion Detection System and Intrusion Prevention System, respectively. When it comes to IDS, there are two major types, network and host-based IDS. These systems scan incoming traffic for attacks that are either signature-based or anomaly-based. They monitor and log any suspicious activity, but the important thing to note is that they do not prevent malicious traffic. There are four major types of intrusion prevention systems: network-based, host-based, wireless, and network behavior analysis. This video focuses on the first two. As with IDS, an IPS scans traffic based on signature anomaly rules and can also analyze stateful protocol. An IPS has the ability to report, prevent, and block any malicious activity. Host-based and IDS and IPS run on individual hosts or devices on the network. They are used on mission-critical machines or can be utilized with honeypots. They analyze inbound and outbound traffic from the system it is installed on. This model can be seen in the diagram to the far right. Network-based IDS IPS are generally ran somewhere between the firewall and the router. These monitor all network traffic before routing to the host and will report and attempt to block any suspicious activity. IDS and IPS ensure that network traffic can be monitored and logged in an easy-to-use interface or security event information management system. As I discussed before, IPS are able to prevent malicious network traffic, and both systems alert security experts to anomalies on the network for later review. Before I demo the virtual environment, Selx is an all-in-one Linux distribution image that includes Suricata, a real-time IDS, IPS, NSM, and offline PCAP processor, Elasticsearch, a distributed RESTful search and analytics engine, Logstash, an open-source server-side data processing pipeline, Kibana, a graphical interface to visualize the Elasticsearch data, Sirius, a web interface dedicated to Suricata rule set management, and EveBox, a web-based alert and event management tool for events generated by Suricata. All of these put together give you the acronym Selx. So without further ado, let's talk about Selx. Alright, so I've gone ahead and booted up the machine here, and when you're prompted at the login screen to enter a username and password, the defaults are Selx-user for the username, and the password is the same. And you can just hit enter or click OK. That's going to boot up the machine, or log into the OS, I should say. First thing you need to do is open the file manager and navigate to /etc/network, and then you're going to open the interfaces, and this is where you're going to find the name of your network interface. It's going to be somewhere around here or right after the I phase. You can see it right there as well. So then what we need to do is go to the setup IDS interface, and you're going to enter in that interface name. Hit enter, and then the password for the username, same as what we used to log in. All right, next we'll open the Sirius icon. And here, we're going to use the same default username and password as we used to log into the machine. So it's just selx-user. Now all this information, the username, passwords, those are all customizable. You can go ahead and change the defaults anywhere you want, and or anytime you want. Now at the home screen, we can see the sources that the rule sets are being derived from, the rule sets in place, and the alert statistics, and any activity over the last 24 hours, and any rule activity over the last 24 hours. In the sources screen, you can add rule set sources and see when the rule sets were created and when they were last updated. The rule sets screen allows you to manage the rule sets in place, when they were created, the date they were updated. And if you click on the rule set name, it'll show you the rule categories in use, as well as the sources they originate from. You can also drill down further to see what rules are being applied in each category, as well as the ability to configure the system to be able to be more or less strict on the rules, as well as enabling or disabling the rules. Now when we go to the Suricata app, we get an executive overview of any problem indicators. The rules activity screen gives you the latest activity based on rules and any alerts, and you can drill down into each of those individually. The capture stats will give you an overview of kernel capture packets and drop packets. The memory usage will show you all of the services that are using memory, and any problem indicators that will be in that tab as well. So then we'll just close out of this and we'll open up EveBox. And we log into EveBox exactly the same way as we did with Sirius and the system. Now we start off in the inbox, and the inbox will show us all of the alerts that are captured from the event monitor. When you drill down into these, you can see more detailed information. You can escalate. It'll give you the PCAP data, as well as some JSON data, where the traffic was originating from. You can also archive or escalate. So when you go into the escalated, I haven't escalated anything, but that would be, this is where the events that you, from your inbox that you escalate, will appear for further review. The alerts tab shows all of the alerts captured by the event log. You can see there's quite a few here already. And the events tab will actually show all of the events, where traffic is coming from, where traffic is going. So it's got flow traffic, it's got TLS traffic, it'll show DNS traffic, alerts. All of that information is readily available on the event page. And again, drilling down into these, you get the same kind of data, where the information is originating from, as well as the JSON data that EveBox uses to give you a user-friendly interface here. And the Reports tab gives you an overview of all the different types of events. So you have alert, DNS, NetFlow, flow and SSH traffic that is being generated on the network. And so this is kind of an executive overview here as well, where you can see the top alert signatures, top alert categories, the alerting source IPs, destination IPs, the ports that are being hit, and from the source, and where they're destined for. DNS traffic will show the same. All of the data there. I don't have any net flow events, so there's nothing there. Flow traffic events, the flow counts, and the flows by the age, how old they are, and any SSH incoming or outgoing connections over time. And as you can see, you can filter any traffic in all of these. So if you have a specific, source that you want to try to see what's going on, you can go into, I'm actually going to go into the alerts and pick out one of these RDP connection. So we'll just go here. I'll say, okay, this is coming from IP address. You can see all of the traffic that's being transmitted, and as you can see, it automatically puts a filter in there. So if we clear that, we get back to all of this, and here's an alert that was just generated from the EU and an IP of. You can see all of the traffic that's trying to hit the remote desktop protocol. And as you can also filter this out by, how long, last minute, hour, 3 hours to a week, and then all traffic, or all the information. And as well in Sirius, you have settings information too that you can adjust. Just log back in here. On the dashboard, you can see all of the traffic being generated, where it's coming from, where it's going to. And it updates the information every 300 seconds. If you go into sources, you can see, you can update the sources. As you can see, the last time these were updated was August 18, 2017. That's because I haven't changed. I actually just loaded this, and so this hasn't had a chance to update itself yet. That's my demo, and thank you for watching.